one thing I want to bring up right here, which is this John Hussman thing I came across. Hussman, this is important to know. This is why I've got it. Valuations have pushed to the most speculative extreme in U.S. history. You may want to keep that in mind, right? This goes back to slightly before the crash of 29, which of course just remains a historical event. That is worth noting, that you're that extreme, the most extreme you've ever been. I don't want to go into this whole thing. There's other things that I think are worth taking a look at in here, if you'd like to, but this comes from John Hussman. So let's take a look at the megas, because these have not been really looking all that splendid, right? We know that. For the longest time, we were wondering, why are these things not doing better? What's holding all these things back? When are they going to get on the right track here? So these are some of them. Right now, we have to acknowledge that they did. They got everything back on track. You've got a new all-time high in that whole package, if you will, that whole basket. It is overbought, as you would expect right now, much like the market, but it did back off from the highest high, and that's what you've got. But those are now participating. They too probably need a little bit of a breather type pullback. But if they hold up and you don't see a breakdown, back into this consolidation that they had, then you have to just, again, I would continue to go with it, and I could give you other examples, but I would just keep pointing to that 2019 conclusion into 2020. And Ryan and I were looking at the COVID situation. We were thinking, this seems, early reports, we were like, this really has potential to knock this market for a loop. For whatever reason, the market didn't care about it, as it often doesn't. It just did not care about the potential for problems there. And we kept wondering, how are these guys going to continue to buy the way that they were, ignore all this because of what the fallout that could develop. But they did.